Suki. Suk, I haven't seen you since way before New Year's.
I know it's 2022, and here we are, all healthy, moving forward, moving well, stepping into the light. Step into the light, Clarice.
No, that's two different movies you're putting together.
Well, I'm putting it all together because we got to do that now. I mean,
Wait,
whoa.
Step into the Light is from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Clarice is from Silence of the
Well,
Lambs.
step into the light, Clarice.
No, it's not Clarice. It's Step into the little girl, right? What was her name? The little girl
No,
from
I'm talking about
Poltergeist.
Silence of the Lambs. Step into the
No,
light, Clarice.
he never says that. He says, "Tell me about the lambs, Clarice."
Oh, okay, whatever. He was in a goddamn cage and she's in the dark. Of course, I thought he was going to tell, I
Right.
can't see you.
And then he says, "Run, run away, Agent Starling."
I hate those
it's
like
it's
psychological thrillers. Anyway,
and then it's Carol Ann. Step into the light, Carol Ann.
Carol
Remember?
Ann, Carol Ann. Anyway, how are you, my friend? Everybody's signing off.
Sook, I'm
Holy
good. Yeah, yeah,
Jill
yeah.
Jones in the house.
We'll just let everybody log in before I
I
hit the
know, I know.
start of the show.
Anyway,
Big
do you want to
show
get
today.
caught up on my life?
Well, yeah, we will after the start of the show. I don't want to do it now
Oh,
because
you want to do it now?
anything right now before I hit the start of
All
the
right, so
show
let me share it up. Let me
doesn't
share
make
it
it to
up too.
TV.
All right.
Yeah, share up the
We got a
show.
big show. We got a big show.
We got a huge show. Taylor Dayne is here today. That would have been enough for any show, Soup, but we also have Tabitha Fair coming up a little later on.
Excellent.
Another monster vocalist coming up on the show. Tomorrow, Sheila E. stopping by. Felix Cavalieri from the Rascals is coming by. So we are just it's a very music oriented program coming up over the next 2 days. So you ready to get rolling, and then we could hear about your life?
All right, let's do it. It's 2022.
I think so. Yeah, here we go.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott, that's 7 of hearts. Exactly.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and it was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor,
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
entertainment,
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light, it gets in there and it just fights the kung flu, is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Love will lead you back to my heart, Suki, and it won't be long.
Oh my God, Scotty.
What's going on, girlie? Good to see you back. You look healthy, happy. You're all tanned up.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're brown. I just, I guess when you're like getting out over the sickness.
That's good. I wish I was brown, Sook. I wish I was brown. White Jewish isn't working for me anymore. I just want to be brown.
Yeah, I mean, we all got sick on our family, and now we're all on the mend, and it's so nice to be on the other side.
That's good. Am I the last remaining person not to catch any sickness over the last 2 years? I might be the last one.
You better count your lucky stars. I think you're going to be the oddity,
I'm going to be the freak show.
Like
you're going to be interviewing me soon.
Cases were like, over 1 million, so.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, Sook. It's crazy.
Well,
listen,
stuff, my friend.
You look good. You look happy. You look healthy. 2022 is going to be a huge year for us. Already monster things happening. I mean, we're on Meet TV Plus. We're on View It, Sook. We're on Stir. We're on Crackle. We're everywhere you could possibly be. We're on Optimum on Long Island now. We're all over the place with new deals coming in fast and furious. the last 2 years of us sitting here in our parents' homes are really working out well. So it's works out well for us.
It takes 2 broadcasters, a little bit of this, and a lot of hard work on your part to make this all happen. I mean, seriously.
Listen, we have an amazing show today. Taylor Dayne, legend, singer, songwriter, actress. Taylor's coming up, of course, soundtrack to our, I wouldn't say youths, but I'd probably say like our early 20s, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. For me,
Right,
it's my
right.
teens, but yeah.
I mean, let's see, 1987, the first single, "Tell It to My Heart," and so I was still in college. I was still in college while she was making it big. And then Tabitha Fair's coming up a little later on, another monster singer coming up in the world of music. Tomorrow we got Sheila E. stopping by. Dun, 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 dun. And
the last
also
time we interviewed Sheila E. was soon after Prince's passing.
yes,
and
that
she
was
had
on the
a book
morning
out,
show, right?
and
Yeah.
we were able to like really kind of talk to her during a time that was very difficult. But obviously, when somebody passes, time passes, and not to say that the jagged edges aren't so rough. So maybe we can talk a little bit more candidly. We don't have the time constraints. We can really dig deeper into a story and get her perspective on what it's been like,
Yeah, so she's coming up tomorrow. Taylor Dayne actually has a new book out that she came out with recently. She's got tour dates coming up. Philly Kid will be coming up later.
Everybody has to go and celebrate. We all need a little bit of happiness, people.
Oh, absolutely. Suk, did you ever see Phil's the single "Freedom Called"? This video.
I did.
I mean, that thing is just taking the world by storm. Philly Kid debuted it on the show that he shot with his son. And I mean, everybody's talking about "Freedom Called."
Well, when you think about the words and what it means and everything, the story, I mean, Phil just gets you right here,
Yeah, and the ladies love him, of course. So Philly Kid will be coming up later on. Are you ready for a little Taylor Dayne, Sukanya?
I've always been ready. Let's do this.
All right, here we go. Here's a little Taylor Dayne, and then we're going to bring it around the other side. Prove your love, got to prove your love. If you want to be with me tonight.
Not bad, Scott. I love
Taylor Dayne, how are you, young lady? First of all, listen, this is BS. We're getting older. You look beautiful just as much as you did back in the 80s. I mean, what the heck is going on there? The Fountain of Youth.
I showed you my secret weapon, Desiree.
Backwards like this, Taylor.
Hi, Suki. Hi, Scott.
Taylor,
Taylor,
so good to have you back in.
Joy. I mean, your music, it goes on and it takes you back, and I just love the fact that you're touring, that we can all like raise our spirits up.
Yeah, we're regardless of where we've been, and I think just the resilience of saying I'm back out there, and all artists are really, we're just kind of like, let's get back on tour. Let's
laser focus
this in front of our people again and make people happy. Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor, I was looking at your site, and you have tour dates galore coming up, right? You're gonna be all over the place.
We're back at it in 2022.
Wow. So what's the next immediate date? What's the stop? Where are you?
Interesting. You should say that. I am going to play. Well, it was Grammy week until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't, right?
Well, it still is, but it was Grammy week. The end of January and beginning of February here, that Sunday. So I have an incredible showcase going on here for Dayne's Den at Vibrato, which is a smaller. If you're not familiar with the venue, which you might not be, but it's Herb Alpert designed it acoustically and everything, and his daughter Eden manages it now. They have incredible talent going in there, but we've kind of locked it down, and I will be doing a more industry and friends and family concert from Dayne's Den, as I was doing during COVID in my back house, a much more stripped down,
Right.
much more intimate, and actually showcasing new material from my new record coming out.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
The new record. So this is it a full album or is it a single? What is it?
It's seven songs. So these are called EPs now. I mean, we live in, a full record to me is, on some levels, yes. It'll be a full record, yes.
7 songs. It's close enough. Well, listen.
Yeah, but we'll put some remixes, or we'll add some, just some special cuts at the end, or just different versions, which I think is always, fans do love to hear that, as well as maybe just a piano vocal, and it's just really cool.
Taylor, for the average person, what is a full record? Is it 14 songs? That's a full record? Or...
Well, that's even more than it only used to be. I mean, and I can actually say this because I actually used to release records, 10.
Right.
Potentially a bonus track of potentially 11.
Yeah.
So now there's so many bonus tracks, you can't really necessarily say, oh, that's a single, that's this. But yes, I mean, allegedly, because you used to be able to fit on a disc in 33, and then the other side had to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember it well. So listen, 1987, right?
Yeah.
I'm in college. Suki, I think, is probably just around finishing
high
school. Tell It to My Heart. That was was that your debut single?
Yes.
Game changer.
That was the first. And so were you like, this thing takes the world by storm? You must have been like, wow, this music thing's pretty easy, huh? First single and boom, you shoot up the charts.
Okay, you just don't see that, you like the overnight stardom business.
Right.
You just don't see the 20 years prior to that. Well, you really can't say 20, but I had my first solo at 5 years old in grammar school. So, I mean, I obviously knew what I wanted to do.
Baldwin High School.
Baldwin
High School.
Long Island. That wasn't high school when I was 5. You're right, but that was somewhere in Long Island at that point. Yes.
Yeah.
Moved out of the Bronx, and I was living now in the suburbs.
Love it. I love it. And you had the 80s hair going, and you were like,
oh my God, so sexy. I love the 80s hair. Come on.
That's hair, baby.
I can't tell you how many.
We know that wasn't all my hair, right, honey?
Now we know.
Oh,
what was it like to being signed to Arista 1987? I mean, that is like the heyday of Arista.
Oh, it was. I'll never forget, because a new radio station called Kiss FM started in New York, and that's when Sade, and I started hearing Who's Zooming Who, and I was like, is that Aretha Franklin or Natalie Cole? You just started hearing these big voices, and of course, I guess Whitney came out, must have been 85, 86, 84, right? How will I know? And everything was being played on this station. I go, whoever is getting these women, whoever is these are powerful voices with pop songs, and yet working. It's working. Who thought you'd hear Aretha Franklin back on the radio in the 80s like that? It was amazing. And of course, that was Arista Records, and that was Clive Davis. And my first single was signed, yes, and the rest is history. But they got it. Not every other label did. I got passed on, like Atlantic, and because it was just Tell It to My Heart.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then you had Love Will Lead You Back, which shot to #1, right? Prove Your Love. I'll Always Love You. There's a lot of love in there.
Right.
Were those
I
songs
talk about that in my TED Talk?
Yeah. Were those songs
Love and Heart in every song? A lot of them.
Did a lot of those, did the lyrics from those songs come from experiences, or were they written by somebody else? How did that work on those?
For the most part, I mean, even Tell It to My Heart and Prove Your Love, same writers. I was known as having this big, rich, strong, powerful voice, but yet it seemed so personal. So people were saying to me, I'll Always Love You. That was the first song I remember when the record company had actually approached me with it. I said, I don't think I can do this. I'm 23 years old. How do I love somebody for the rest of my days? Moving like, and even still, I'm like, yeah. But
we're still trying to figure it out.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah. But look, love, heart, relationships. These are such an international, worldwide. This is something that we all can relate to. human beings, you know, not in the search necessarily, but we're in the quest, and we're in the middle of it all the time. In our
what was your
relationships.
favorite memory? Because I mean, from that spun what, 2 Grammy nods, right? From that album, right?
3, yeah.
I mean, that was like a whirlwind. You were like on this rocket ship, and you were going all the way to the top. And that was just the beginning of everything else. Love will lead you back. I mean, when you're able to look back on it, or have you looked back on it, what do you digest and what do you take away?
Well, the comedy of it is I look at the hair and I go, how the hell?
Yeah, but all that hair is back. If I show you what my kids look like at times, I'm like, it's crazy.
Are you really saying all this is back?
No, not all that. Maybe not that we're looking at right now. Maybe not that.
Do you remember the plastic belts? And like, I understand Madonna kind of broke all this because I grew up in New York. So we were on 2nd Avenue.
The 2-3 plastic belts, the plastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
All this was very real. I mean, and I was living it, you know. God, you could go to a flea market and you could see plastic belts, bangles that were just rubber. Everything was just rubber. If you notice on the first single album, you know, when you first tell them, I'm wearing this whole black. This is all
black with the side cut out.
Yeah, it was Love Spit Love. I mean, these were the stores, the clubs, and these were the downtown. You know, these were the designers that were really cutting edge and, you know, groundbreaking at the time. And that was New York. That's the influence you're seeing.
And you know what? Our kids have no idea about this. Like going clubbing, going dancing, hanging out, going to the Manhattan, you know, taking the train, wanting to be a part of this underground scene. They have no idea.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're right. Well, my brothers were DJs, VJs even, like Private Eyes, right? So you had the Cat Club, CBG.
Oh my God, I love Private Eyes.
That was my brother, Rob Wonderman. Yes. And Steve, yes.
Private Eyes.
All that video content in there and DJ. That was one of the dopest clubs ever.
That's amazing.
That was right there by Limelight.
Yeah.
Limelight.
Do the walk.
I literally the other day we were in the city on 6th Avenue down low, and we passed Limelight, and I told my 2 daughters were in the car. I said, "You guys see this church-looking place right here?"
We passed Limelight. Yeah.
Right, Cafe Iguana used to be right there on the corner. And all those places. I'm like, this spot right down here used to be one of the most happening places.
That was the Cat Club. Do you remember that? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
What was that on 9th or 7th?
9th.
Yeah, all down there. You want to know how big? You want to know how big Taylor Dayne was, Sue, back in our day? I mean, Here she is. She's sitting with Burt Reynolds right here on Jay Leno. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than. I don't know who the guy in the red is.
You know what? I don't either. Who is that? But
there you are.
Fashion. Hi, Gautier. That is major. Oh, yes.
That's wild, huh? I mean, listen, you were on a ride there, Taylor. Listen, last time you were on, you were gracious enough to give us a couple of bars of Tell It to My Heart. Would you give us just a little Love Will Lead You Back?
Ooh.
Is that your favorite song?
Love will lead you back. Someday I just know that love will lead you back to my arms where you belong. I'm so sure as stars are shining, one day you will find me again. It won't be long, 'cause one of these days love will lead you back.
Good night, everybody. That's it. Taylor, we're good for the week.
You still have the voice. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible.
Oh, you got to hear some of this new stuff. I'm getting excited. Like one of the
give us a taste.
Gravity.
What's
in the Western? Yeah, I mean, we're doing some really incredible material on this new record. I'm really excited about it.
What was the one you were just the name of the song you were
Gravity.
Gravity. Good. Give us a little of that one.
Gravity wants to bring me down. Oh, I never know what makes this man with all the love that his heart can't stand. A dream away just to throw it all away. Oh, gravity.
Man.
Right? It's working against me.
I love it. I love it. Taylor, with everything you've done so far in your career, you know what the one thing you're going to be remembered for? You know, the one thing you're going to be remembered for, not, well, your voice, but really this right here. The popcorn girl on
the popcorn girl.
The Masked
I
Singer.
had a ball. I loved it. I had every. Do I look like I was suffering?
No, not at all. You look like you're having a great
pure
time.
joy right there.
What songs did you sing on that show?
It was beautiful. It was very eclectic. I started with a Pink song. I think it was what was the Pink song? Yes. I went into Fallen from Harry Styles.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did Bryan Adams.
Nice. What'd you do from him? Summer of '69?
Yeah.
No, not you.
Only you, Scott.
Only him is thinking about that.
The ballad from Robin Hood.
Oh, okay. I know it.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it. I
Beautiful,
can't get.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I did Domino from Jessie J.
That is an amazing song. You must have killed it.
Oh, you liked it? Thanks, babe.
Yeah, no, it was great.
That was like, and they just played it. They just did their annual, because it's hard to believe that was exactly a year ago. So that was the Christmas song. And then, of course, I did a gorgeous, like, rocking around the Christmas tree in the Christmas party house. Get our Christmas on. And then I did Tina Turner, Better Be Good to Me.
Oh,
I saw that.
Nice.
Did you see that documentary on Tina Turner out of curiosity as a singer? Oh my gosh.
You know what? You're making me almost want to go in my room. They sent me swag.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, and HBO.
They sent you stuff?
Oh, I got a gorgeous sweat that has Tina all over it. Yeah, it's amazing. You want a hoodie with Tina on it? It's badass. Yes, it's awesome.
Taylor, growing up, how did you find because your voice is so unique. It is so powerful, like you said. It has this incredible sense of vibrato. Where did you find your space, or did you have to create your own lane?
That's that outlier, philosophy. I just went to work, right? You just try to be able to sing anywhere. And then, of course, when you're singing night after night after night, it gives you the opportunity. So that was when I started really working in the Russian nightclub, which wasn't an original scene, but I'd been in 3 bands that were all original music. So when I say I played CB's, Right Track, and RT Fireflies, Bitter End, Bottom Line, consistently. So these are those hours that really allow you, where we see people develop on TV now, The Voice, these are those hours, those 10,000 hours that really help me develop my own style and my own voice. And
was it the quintessential, you handed your tape to somebody and an A&R and then they
not
found
necessarily.
you? Was it?
There were moments of that, because once I met Rick Wake, who was my production partner, ultimately, who we ended up doing all these records that you hear, who I still work with today. You see that by that time I was like, I don't want to be in one more band. I want to be a solo artist. I was very clear. I do no longer want to be with 5 different opinions, 5 different thoughts, and
Oh my God, I love that outfit.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Love Spit Love, right? Second Avenue.
That's
Boy
great. Meets
Girl. These were all those shopping. Pat Fields. That's where we went.
Beautiful.
Amazing,
I love it.
Right?
And Taylor, you were I know you started to get heavy into acting. You did a couple spots in some movies. I know you were in one of my favorites, The Stag.
Stag.
Right? But look at that cast right there. You got right. Was that Kevin Dillon?
It's Kevin Dillon, Andrew McCarthy, Ben. Where is he? Right back there. Not Wayne. Yes, over here. Oh, it's a crazy cast.
Yeah. No, I see some familiar faces in there. But
Absolutely.
did you kind of let that slide away? I mean, are you still interested in acting?
Then I ended up doing more. I did theater. I did Cats. I did obviously Aida. Here. And then it was morphing more into television. So as original content, then you saw Rude Awakenings. It was on Showtime. It was one of their original content shows, and then I went into I would say more film, but then I also started making records again. By 2004, I started back at, I mean, I had released Naked Without You in 2000, 99, 98, toured with that. And then by 2004, I started working on Satisfied. So it started to write for that. And that took me on a journey, it's like, and so that came out in 2008, 2009. And what have God, I'm trying to think theatrically. You're right. Film, television. There seems like I was working more on reality TV for a while. Dayne in the Life, A Day in the Life. I had so many deals, because that's when my kids were born. So the juggle is real, but I had twins. So
I was gonna say,
yeah.
How has children and also being a single mother, how has that shaped the person that you are today?
I mean, I just want to was extremely single when I did this. I hired a surrogate, my eggs. I have had surgery on my bladder. If anybody's read my book and my kidneys since I'm quite young, the idea that I could actually take one of my eggs and actually make an embryo with somebody, sperm, and actually create a child of my own. It's really, a lot of that is not lost on this book. So that was so, I would say, groundbreaking 20 years ago. My children just turned 20, so I didn't carry them. I was on Broadway, obviously 9/11. Everything was during that time. It was incredible, but it was just this mind-blowing moment where you see miracles happen at the same time. To become a mother and have all this stress and leaving the city at that time, which I did. I came and primarily spent more time here, and ultimately gave my apartment up because I became a mom. So how changing and life altering is it? You tell me. But I know how. My backyard is right here. My work is 10 minutes away. I mean, I can drive anywhere, get anywhere. So it just made more sense to me. And they're amazing kids. And yes, I did it pretty much on my own with my community of people, if you will.
Amazing.
My family was New York based, and now ultimately some in Florida. But yeah, it's an amazing challenge, and they're incredible kids.
Well, listen, it's been, if my math is correct, 1987, carry the one for, it's 35 years.
Carry the one.
35 years, Taylor, since Tell It to My Heart came out.
Yes, this is a big year for me.
35
kids.
Yeah, you're out there, and you're still doing it, and folks who are in our age group are still coming to see you. Here's a little bit of you, I think, not too long ago. Take a look.
Freaking amazing.
You listen, you exert so much energy out on that stage. How much harder is it for you now than 20 years ago when we were a little younger? I get winded when I shave. You're doing this for an hour and a half.
No more drinking, no more having fun.
Right.
Nothing. When they're like showing people, oh, I'll have a glass of wine, champagne. I'm like, not even close. I always just tell people now it's just, that's my 60, 75-minute cardio. That's it.
Yeah, no, that's
it's
amazing.
You just, the breathing, as a vocalist, all the things I do is obviously, but yeah, it's 70 minutes of good old cardio.
Whoa. And how has it, so many times voices change, right? As we get older, Absolutely. It gets deeper. How do you preserve this? This is everything, obviously.
Yeah.
So how do you exercise it every day to make sure that you're
at the level you want to? Very well. Great question, Suki. I vocalized yesterday because I do have the show coming up, but I'm also very cognizant of what goes in my system, and sleep is my number one for anybody, but it really shutting down your voice is really the best tool you could ever use. And I know that sounds generic, but yes, I can sit here and get into teas and throat coats and all this other stuff, but without sleep, you can't, those chords don't come together. That's when you hear voices start getting very breathy and raspy because their chords are not functioning. It's muscle. Everything is a muscle. This muscle, your vocal cords. So it's you're exercising your face, your muscles, your chords ultimately. So you have to keep the muscles.
Lube. I believe it because, whenever we overuse our voices, we don't use it. I mean, we know it's our instrument as being news people, but I've lost my voice countless times because of the inability to, like you said, my vocal cords banging into each other. And then it just,
really how air comes through, but you're also probably exhausted. When you're tired, that's the first, you ever think about that? Like your first thing, you're like, oh my God. And then you go, and you don't use your breath. You're like, oh, I guess, and you're whispering and you're horsey. That's so much of it.
Taylor, when I'm at the gas station in my car and I do 30 seconds of prove your love, got to prove your, I can't speak for like 20 minutes after that. It's 30 seconds and I'm done.
I used to get so mad. I mean, when you think about it, when you're on tour and your guitar player gets off stage and he goes, all right, I'm going to the bar. And he puts his instrument in a case. And I go, eat you. I go, hi, good night. Like, this ain't happening, Or my drummer goes like this. He goes, oh, stick 1, stick 2. See ya.
Right, God.
I'm like, if I could put this away in a box and then go out and be with you guys, I'd
love to.
That's amazing.
Not so.
In the book, you talk about conquering your fear. What is your biggest advice to viewers and to your fans about being honest with yourself and conquering your fear? So, so many people don't know exactly what their authentic voice is. So how are you able to connect those dots to be able to find your authentic voice again?
Right. When we use the term fear, this is for a lot of young women. I want to address young men. My daughter, this is as it calls its fear, is it's anxiety. It's a level that gets so magnetized that you are crippled mentally, emotionally. And I'm sure you've heard of panic attacks. There's no doubt in my mind. But when you go to that next level of what's a panic attack, when you become incapacitated. So when you're thinking of these young girls, when you're thinking of when they're saying, I'm too shy, I can't do this, I don't want to be seen, I don't want to I'm going to sit in my room and I'm just going to be on my FaceTime, or I'm just going to be on my Snapchat, I'm just going to be this, because socially they've become less adjusted to actually fighting through their fears. And this is something that, when they said, he didn't know how to swim, I threw him in the pool. So that's a fear. That's another form of how we in the older days used to bust through our fears. But right now you have so much anxiety, so much stresses, so many places where perfection is so mandatory. And also, again, developing as a young woman. I see so much stress and anxiety within my own daughter. Now, I know a lot of that is just when you look at a teenage girl or a teenage boy, but when you actually, some of them get very magnified and they become incredibly depressed because they're not giving themselves wins and little wins every day.
Taylor,
for wins, not failure.
Yeah, and you have to tell your kids that you could grow just a little bit every year. It doesn't have to be these leaps and bounds. It's just about a little leap. Yeah.
That's what the idea of affirmations, that's what the idea of self-love, a practice. Every day when you wake up and you look at something that gives you gratitude, start your day in a way with the meditation. These are all little things, the ASMR, these kids know all about it. They have
they do
available to them on YouTube. I do sound baths. Just put a sound bath on before you go to sleep. Get your mind, your thoughts to calm down so you can ground. That's really the biggest thing. In the morning, before you jump out of bed and go, and everything else that we're all notorious and become a victim of on a lot of levels because it didn't exist 10 years ago. But what kids give themselves that grounding moment. Think about it, a sound bath, a little meditation, a little something other than the jam. And I believe it'll calm them down to be able to see things less overwhelmingly. Everything seems overwhelming. put the hormones on that, and it's
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, we're both there. Scott and I both have young kids.
Well,
We're
the
both right
kids,
there.
you know, put hormones on there, and you're watching live. My daughter can go from 0 to 150 in seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I got two of them all.
Remember how that affected me. So when you asked about my book,
Yeah, how does a parent cope with that?
Well, you did read that I talked a lot about panic attacks, agoraphobia. Mine got so terrible at one point that I would consider myself agoraphobic, because it paralyzed me, my fears. So I had to go one exit at a time. I was too scared to drive to the city at one point. I got nervous because I got in a car accident. So then I would stop driving. Like, you see how the wheel falls off of your car on exit 15. Do you live there? No. You get the tire fixed. You start small. You call AAA. These are little wins that you finally get the momentum. And that's how we have to look at our lives. And that cost me a lot of thousands of dollars in therapy.
No.
Well, it's knowing the type of person you are, you know.
Taylor,
I'm
you're
more AAA. I'm definitely more. And so my mind, I'm always constantly thinking. But that was the hypervigilance and the thinking and the feelings I needed to do to outride my childhood, which was very tumultuous for me. And everybody has this story.
From what we know about your career, you didn't produce or record many cover songs from other artists, right? But there was one from our man Barry White, Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Baby. What was it about that song, Taylor, that made you want to re-record that? And as a follow-up, Mr. President, can you give us about 30, 40 seconds of Barry's hit tune?
I mean, Barry White, the legend, the icon. I mean, I groove, right? I mean, whatever you want. And when the opportunity came up, I was working with CNC Factory, and they'd already worked with Whitney on Every Woman. So this was where Arista and we were kind of in cover lane. And I believe also Lisa Stansfield had done a cover.
Oh my God, Lisa Stansfield.
Yeah, talk about a voice.
Was she been around the world? And
she has been around the world, and I can't find my baby.
That's her,
amazing,
right? Lisa
amazing singer. So she was on Arista as well, coming out of London, obviously BMG, but yes. So we were all kind of recording with CNC was the hot production team at the time. So we got a couple of songs, and then I remember the discussion with Clive. What do you think of Can't Get Enough of Your Love? Now, not that Barry was, but when I recorded that with, you know, Cole and Cavillas, just the team they were, it just was, I mean, it's one of my favorite songs to open the show with or close the show with. I just love it. And then, of course, meeting Barry then, who sent me the most beautiful flowers and just the most beautiful notes, and just was like, thank you, Queen, for bringing this back. And we had the opportunity then multiple times at Jones Beach and then at a couple of private shows to perform together. It doesn't get better than that.
That's great. You want to, can you do a little before we go?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I've heard people say that too much of anything's not good for you, baby. Well, I don't know about that. As many times as we've loved, shared love, and made love. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Well, I don't know why. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Yeah, is that good?
I love it.
It's great. It's not good. It's fantastic.
I could sit back and watch you do that all day. It's amazing, Taylor.
No,
Listen,
you
have had an amazing career. More on the way, by the way. You're not done. And you're out. Listen, go on Taylor's website.
Covers,
yeah, go on Taylor's website. She's got the dates listed. She's has to be in your town somewhere because you're going to be all over the country. I noticed you're going to be in the New York area too, not in a not too distant future.
We're starting to build the map, and if they'll let us play, and the venues are really we're there. I'm there.
Yeah.
Yes, New York Avenue. I'll be in Patchogue. I'll be back at the Patchogue Theater, which is a lot of fun.
Patchogue, yeah,
My
absolutely.
roots,
Yeah.
my Long Island roots. Yes.
Taylor,
Great.
listen, thank you so much for coming on. You're an absolute pleasure. And just keep knocking it out of the park, young lady. You're going to be something in this business one of these days.
Yep. I'll take your word for it. Amen.
Taylor, thank you. Happy
Thanks,
New
guys.
Year.
Happy
Thank you
New
so
Year.
much. Take
Love
care.
you.
Bye. Suki,
Patchogue
what a-
road trip, right? Patchogue, Long Island.
Man, what a career, huh? What a career.
I don't even know what it's like to just open. I mean, her voice is seamless to what it
Seamless.
was back in the day, back in the
Yeah.
heyday when she was in
Right.
her 20s.
I mean, just imagine just being able, love will lead. Suki, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take 20 seconds. You're a decent singer. You and I have sung fun before. I want you to really concentrate. Give me a little Love Will Lead You Back. Try and give me your audition and give me your best voice. Let me hear it. Go ahead.
I mean, you got to start me off. Let's see.
Or even I'll always love you for the rest
of my days. You have bring me happiness in your own special way. I can't go that high. You bring me joy, a feeling that is brand new. I'm butchering all her words.
It's not easy. They make it look easy, right?
No, she, her voice is her instrument. I mean, I just love that kind of genre of music of like when we used to all go dancing, like everybody is like, that still exists.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one.
I had that on repeat. And you know what? Everybody had those belts, the body suits with the jeans, the leather jacket.
Yeah.
It was like that was it, and that was everything.
Yeah. Suk, we may have a problem with Tabitha, our next guest. We're going to see if we can get her on. Her PR people said that they had her down for tomorrow. Because I just texted
bring
them.
back Taylor Dan. We could do an hour with her.
I know. If I would have known, I would have brought back Taylor. Let me see if we can get Philly Kid up on the line, because maybe we'll just maybe we'll just add her into tomorrow. I'm not really sure. We're jam packed. Tomorrow we got Sheila E., Felix Cavalieri. Sheila E. With nothing. The glamour.
She wears a long coat for a fake, even in the summertime.
She's got big thoughts.
Boom.
Big
dreams and a big brown Mercedes sedan. What about this girl? Is she really wants to be in love with a man? She wants to lead a glamorous life she don't need. A man's touch she wants to lead.
Hey, wait, Suk, I got it ready. I got
it. A glamorous life without love, it ain't much.
Well, I took
Sheila, do it.
Sheila, hold on, wait. That wasn't the one I wanted. That was the wrong version. I took the wrong one. Hold on, Sheila. Oh, did I think I got rid of it already. All right,
without
Sheila.
love, it ain't much.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I think
prove your love. Got to prove your love. If you want to be with me tonight,
prove your love. Yeah, they thought.
How about every beat of my heart? With every beat of my heart.
Who's that, Taylor?
I really can't.
She had so many good ones. My God. Love will lead you back.
But if you really think about it, like back then, I mean, Clive Davis, Arista, home of Whitney. Like she was talking about CNC Music Factory. For those of you playing at home,
yeah.
CNC Music Factory. Everybody dance now. Dun, 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 dun. Come on.
You know what I had for you? I've had these sitting in the. Let's play Clean Out the Computers. Okay. I grabbed some shots for you of some crazy signs that I wanted to show you the other day, but I think Phil was on instead. So just take a look at this. So you got this sign right here. Do not breathe under the water. Right? Then you got the first 5 days after the weekend are the hardest. I thought that was pretty funny. And you got this. I saw this guy today at Starbucks. No iPhone, no tablet, no laptop. He just sat there drinking coffee like a psychopath.
Like a sociopath.
You got this one. Wash inside out, remove child before washing.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Then you got, here's a place I was going to go to, fancy 4-star motel out there somewhere. Caution, this sign has sharp edges. And then all the way on the bottom, it says, also the bridge is out ahead.
Oh, hysterical.
And then finally, we had this one. Facials, waxing, massage. If we can't make you look good, you ugly.
But you know what the name of the place is?
Wise Guys Haircut.
Wise Guys.
Yeah.
Wise Guys Haircut. If we can't make you look good, you're ugly.
You're ugly. And just
You're
live
ugly.
with it.
I used to tell my... Remember? UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You're ugly. You're ugly. Now, if you say something like that, you're called a bully and you got to go to detention and you might get suspended from school.
Yeah. What was the other one from the cheerleading move? You're going to wash our gas someday. Right? What was, I mean, you're going to pump our gas someday.
Yeah, that was a little, it's a little.
What was that cheer? I forgot.
That was from Cheer, that Cheer movie.
Yeah. What was the
Bring
cheer
It
movie?
On?
Bring It On. Yes. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, something like you're going to pump our gas someday.
Yeah.
You ain't got no alibi. You're ugly.
Oh, you're ugly.
Yeah. All right. So listen, we just have to wait for Phil to come on because I think our second guest thought they were coming on tomorrow.
That's okay.
And she had a whole entourage of singers behind her, Tabitha Fair. So I think she'll be on tomorrow. So we may have 3 guests tomorrow afternoon.
That's Sheila E.
We got Sheila E., Felix Cavalieri from the Rascals.
Oh my God.
And I think Tabitha Fair, unless we just rebook her for some other time. So as soon as Philly logs in, we'll switch it up. But did you go watch Yellowstone yet, like I told you?
No.
No, you're not watching. What are you watching? Anything? You're laying in bed, you're sniffling, you're coughing, you're sneezing.
I kind of just rested, Scott. I know that sounds
you
like
gotta
crazy.
watch, but that is resting.
Off.
That's resting. If you're laying down, you're resting, watching TV.
Yeah, but then I always fall asleep, and then I feel bad if I'm watching something, and then I fell asleep, and now I'm on episode 52. Because you know how Netflix, it just goes into one to another, so you don't even know where you left off.
You wake up and you're 47
You're like,
episodes
where am I?
in.
Where am I in this? I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody. Anyway, let's say hello to our fans really quickly. Cheryl Hull, Pam Apolloni, Cherry Metric, Dorish. Oh my God. Doris Knox.
We still don't know how to say Doris's name. We still
say
can't
Doris's name.
Doris Shinkafukis. Hold on. Doris Shingsakni Zinskakni. It's up on the screen, so I don't know how to say it.
And Mary Lee, put Mary Lee up.
Where oh wow, look at this one. Mary Lee Langmaid Garbox.
There you go. Alyssa Jewell, Donna.
Oh, that's what it was. Mary Lee had the cheer. That's all right. That's okay. You're gonna pump our gas someday. That was the cheer she was looking for.
You're into pump her.
I couldn't think of what it was. Yeah, listen, if I would have known the other one was coming on tomorrow now, we could have kept Taylor a little longer. But you don't want to keep we kept her for about a half an hour.
Listen,
she was great. She was great.
I could have talked to Taylor because I feel like we don't really know anything much about her personal side, but she did share it in her book.
Yeah.
Surrogate, et cetera.
She had the twins. Yep, she had the twins going, and my wife's here. She could say hi to you.
Lara, how are you? How are you doing, Lara?
Good. How are you? How do you feel?
I was out. Wasn't feeling good, wasn't looking good. I even told Scotty, I was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. I'm literally, I can't. But I went down after everybody else went down. So you know what that's like. You're taking care of everybody, and then you have no energy for yourself. So when you go down, it's like you're shot. You're done.
So like, are you guys all vaccinated?
Yeah, I'm vaccinated and boosted.
Yeah. So you
But
all
you know what? I
had it.
wasn't
Your whole
bad.
house
Like
had
didn't
it.
have a high fever. It just knocked me out because I think, just to have like all that 9/11 crap. So, I just think it's all of that.
Yeah. All right.
Mary Lee said, OMG, your wife is beautiful.
People see me right now?
No, we're on a Zoom call. What do you think I'm doing?
I didn't know we were on the air. What?
Of course.
Scott!
I'm waiting for.
I thought it was just you and Suki.
No, what do you think I do down? What do you think I do down here every day from 1 to 2:30? No, there's like 1 million people watching.
Oh my God! Everyone's like, your wife is beautiful. Your wife is. I was surprised she went on TV. I was just like,
I was surprised. I was thinking she came on a little too easily.
I don't think Lara knows that she's live right now.
No, she had no idea. She doesn't know what I do down here. She just thinks I hang in the basement, and we're on a Zoom call.
Hysterical. She was like, why am I on TV?
Very.
Was that the infamous robe that I saw?
Oh no, that's her sweatshirt. She just got back. She just got back from Pilates.
Pilates.
By the way, Soup. Philly will be here in a second. We're going to Barcelona. We're going.
Are you really? So when are you going?
We're going February 17th to the 24th.
Beautiful.
So we won't have any shows that week, I guess, of the 24th. But yeah, she won. We're going to Barcelona. My daughter's over there for the semester, and I said, you know what? We were teetering back and forth.
Do it.
Bob Saget just dropped dead of a friggin' heart attack.
Enjoy your life.
I'm like, well, you know what? Let's just go do it. We'll figure it out. We'll go. I got to miss WWE for the first time in like 5 years. And I'm like, let's just do it. And so we're going. We're going to go for a week. And it should be pretty cool. We got a nice hotel in Barcelona.
Very nice.
We're just going to go. Yeah, we'll spend a week. And that's it.
I'm glad. We never really talked about Bob Saget.
Yeah, no, because it happened. Saget, John Madden passed away. So many.
Sidney Poitier,
Betty White. There were like 4 big ones over the last week and a half or so. Betty was right before. But the Saget thing, I said to my wife, I said, can you imagine you're our age somewhat. He's a little older than us. But you're on the road, you're doing your shows, he's having fun, he's living a clean life, supposedly, and you're away from your family, and you just drop dead.
He called his wife that night.
Yeah,
he said, I had a great show. He wrote his little post, put it on Instagram. He went to sleep and passed away.
You don't get to say goodbye to anybody. Nobody says goodbye to you. And the lights just go out and you just don't exist anymore. And I was like, you know what? Let's go to Barcelona. Let's just go.
I hear you.
So that's what we're going to do. And
no, I hear you. I think, you know what? It was so funny. We were playing Sorry the other day with my kid. And I have an 8-year-old, right? And so my daughter goes like this, Mom, how old will you be when I'm 18 and I graduate? And I was like, well, do the math. You're 8. I'm 50. Do the math. She goes, you're old. You're going to be really, really old. I was like, oh, God.
I know. It's we're getting up there. But I think,
you know what? It's a reminder to all of us. I mean, as we're starting the new year, I know everybody makes these commitments to their health and everything, but really with everything that we've been dealing with the pandemic for the last 2 years now, going into year 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's more paramount than ever to work out, to eat right, to go take a walk, to take care of yourself, to tell the people you love them, hold them close. It's just a reminder.
Tell Phil how much you love him.
Phil, that's your song. Your single is amazing with your son. Congratulations. Congratulations. I haven't been around to share that with you, but Happy New Year. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That really means a lot, Suki. And I am so glad that you are healthy and you're back.
Thanks, Phil.
You're back with us. I mean, because here in Oklahoma, it's it wasn't like the last pandemic, if there was a last pandemic or ever ended, but here people are getting sick like crazy. Several of my family members are sick. My own grandson, he tested positive. You know, he's 2 years old.
Yeah, it's scary.
You know, fortunately, at that age, you know, the kids are very healthy and resilient. So, but still, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just glad you're back.
Thank you so much. And, you know, and I think it's a big reminder to everybody to, you know, just take care of each other. You know, like we were talking about Bob Saget, like, you know, he's here one day, he does his job, goes to bed, and he doesn't wake up. You know, it's like, it's a wake up call to how fragile life really is.
Right. Right.
And that's why I'm going to Barcelona, damn it.
Good job. Good job.
And you know, with all my travels, I've never been overseas. I've never been to Europe.
You've never been to Europe?
I've never been. Even when WWE goes to Europe, I've never had to go to those shows.
Do you know Spain is like my favorite place in the world? I lived there for like a year and a half. I mean, that's like my favorite place in the world.
Is that where they say instead of pajamas, it's pijamas?
Pijamas.
Pijamas?
Pasamas.
Pasamas? Suki, you been to Barcelona?
Barcelona is beautiful. You have to go to the park. You have to go see so much artwork. I mean, I know that's not your jam, but there's a lot of famous, you know, architecture within the city that you have to see. You'll just have to see it.
Scotty, you know you're not cultured.
No, I can't argue with you.
There's a famous architect, and he's also like, he's a sculpturist. His name is Gaudi. And there was this cathedral that he was supposed to build, this modern cathedral. It's unbuilt. He died before its completion, but you have to go see it. It's incredible.
You know what's funny, Suk and Phil? Because my daughter's now connected to my credit card internationally. So every time she makes a purchase, I get the email, purchase has been made, and it tells you what it's for. So I get an email yesterday. It says, El Museum de Erotico. So I texted my kid. I'm like, Museo del Erotico? What's going on here? She writes back, LOL. It was, I guess they were checking out some museums in the area.
At least she's doing something educational.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
It's a museum, Dad.
Yeah, I guess you get a grade for going to check that out.
Listen, I think you'll love it. I think, you know, when you're there, you can actually take a train and go to France, like the South, because the way it is on Barcelona, you could take a train and hop over to France if you want to for a day or two, you know.
How long is the train ride?
Oh, I think it's like 2.5 hours. They have fast trains over there. It's
really?
not like
right into Spain, France, huh?
France is right there. It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Oh,
yeah, France,
all right,
Spain, Germany, you know, all those European countries. I mean, you have access to. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I want to go back to France and, you know, visit my old stomping grounds, because I was actually born in Paris, France.
Were you really?
Yes, my dad was in the he was in the Air Force, and he was stationed in France, and they had an Air Force base there, and that's where I was born. We lived there till I was about 4, and I'm sure a lot of people are still looking for me. So, you know.
Do you, Phil? Do you have a penchant for French food, French music, the language? Do you buy your wife French lingerie? Did Phil freeze?
Oh, you know what? I think he did. Philly kid's been freezing up a little bit lately, and it's always in the best. Hold on, let me see something. It's always in the best phase.
He always looks good when he freezes.
He freezes. All right, so hold on. Let me get rid of him. Listen, Taylor, we were flawless with Taylor Dayne right up until she left. Hold on. Let me get him out of there. He'll come back, and then
yeah, I'm glad you're going. I'm glad you're going to Barcelona. I can't wait. You're gonna love it. I think Phil should probably take his wife to Paris, because I think that's a beautiful vacation.
Yeah,
Phil needs to get his wife to New York first. He's got to get over
New York, Paris.
Yeah, we do need.
And I think we need to go to Oklahoma to visit him.
Oh, we do have to go to Oklahoma. By the way, the young lady who was coming on today, Tabitha Fair, is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I guess she'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, her dad was a preacher, in Oklahoma, the whole deal. So she was big there, and I guess she moved out to NYC. But yeah, we got to get to Oklahoma, Sue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go now that I'm all, all good. You're the one that's the variable.
Yeah, come on down. I'll show you the sites. If the country's not shut down again.
Probably in the spring is nice, right? In the spring.
Oh yeah. It's really nice.
We could do a show right from Phil's backyard.
I know, with a cocktail, light it up. Everybody can be together.
Right here in the man cave.
You know what? I've never been to Oklahoma. I always want. I've never been there.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Come on down. We'll do a show from either my fire table or my my
fire pit.
Yeah, or my hot tub. Either one, whatever you guys want to do.
I'm not there yet.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, it's a rough retirement. It is.
I love it. I love it. Suk, listen, I know you got a book.
Yep.
Or if you could stay, but I know it's 2, so you got a book. But we'll be back tomorrow.
No, kids, I have to go get them.
Sheila E. tomorrow. Felix Cavalieri from the Rascals. Maybe Tabitha again.
Tabitha,
Maybe we'll switch her around. But Suki Kid, great show. And
see you guys. Bye, Philly. Good to see you guys.
See you, Suki.
Bye-bye.
Philly Kid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's happening, my brother?
Not too much. Just we had a cold snap. It got down to like 16 degrees a few nights in a row.
16, yeah, it's been cold.
Yeah, 16. Too, but now it's like 65 degrees outside and sunny, and I was sitting in the hot tub earlier. So if you don't, there's a saying in Oklahoma that if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's like Florida too, right?
Right.
So, boy, did you see when my wife jumped on? She didn't know we were on the air. Did you catch that?
No, I missed that part.
My wife will not get in front of the camera for anything.
Right.
So she came into my office. She's got some clothes in a closet. She started grabbing some clothes. She comes around. Taylor Dayne was already gone. She comes around, sticks her head in, and starts saying hello and talking to Suki. Takes one of my headphones. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, this is different for her because she will not come on camera. So as she's talking to Suki, and she just got back from Pilates, she has no makeup on, nothing. I put up a message. Someone said, "OMG, Scott, your wife is beautiful." And I said, "Look, babe, so-and-so said you." She goes, "Wait, people are watching this right now?" She did. I said, "Yeah, what do you think I'm doing? Suki and I are having a Zoom call. What do you think we're doing?" And she starts screaming. She runs out. She's like, "I can't believe that." I said, "What do you think I do down here every day from 1 to 2?"
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, my wife is the same way. I'm the kind of guy that when I walk into the room, I'm like, "Hey, let's see how many people I can get to look at me."
Right,
right. My wife is the exact opposite.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so funny. So Philly Kid, we have a debut duet for us today. I teased it on the page. You and I, we went back into the studio, recorded, re-recorded, and then re-recorded again until we got it just right.
Yeah.
The producers, the writers, the guys working the cameras, everybody finally happy with the product. And I feel like we'll put it up separately, but I feel like we should debut it right here on this particular program. I think it's one of the longer songs that we've produced together. It runs about 4 minutes. And I think I promised the viewers that we would debut it right here on this fine program. And I think this is a good time right here. Philly Kid and I, debut, new song coming at you right here. Here you go.
Hey, Scotty! What do you say we take care of a little business? Some BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. I like it, Philly. Little BTO, TCB. Come on, baby. This doesn't get you pumping. You get up every morning from your alarm clock's warning. Take the 8:15 into the city. There's a whistle up above, people pushing, people shoving, and the girls who try to look pretty. And if your train's on time, you can get to work by 9 and start your slaving job to get your pay. If you ever get annoyed, look at me, I'm self-employed. I love to work and nothing all day. And I'll be taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime. Work out.
Hey, Phil, how come I'm bundled up in a sweatshirt, freezing here in New York? You got a nice t-shirt on, it's warm, it's sunny over there in Oklahoma.
If it were easy as fishing, you could be a musician. If you could make sounds loud or mellow,
yeah, boy.
Get a second-hand guitar, chances are you'll go far if you get in with the right bunch of fellows.
Yep, good idea.
People see you having fun, just a lying in the sun. You tell them that you like it this way. It's the work that we avoid, and we're all self-employed. We love to work and nothing all day.
Ain't that true?
And we be taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. We'll be taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime.
Phil, I don't even play the electric guitar, do you? So let these guys do it.
Woo! All right. Take good care of my business while I'm away every day.
Oh, baby. Middle of the week, we got you all kinds of pumped up, baby. Hey, Phil, I didn't realize there was so much guitar solo in the song.
You get up every morning from your alarm clock's warning. Take the 8:15 into the city. There's a whistle up above, people pushing, people shoving, and the girls who try to look pretty. And if your train's on time, you can get to work by 9 and start your slaving job to get your pay. If you ever get annoyed, look at me, I'm self-employed. I love to work and nothing all day. And I'll be taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime. Work out.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business. Taking care of business.
Taking
care of business. Taking care of business. Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. Taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime. Taking care of business. Taking care of business.
Finish it up, Phil.
We be taking care of business. We be taking care of business. Taking care of business, Scotty.
Like Elvis used to say, TCB, baby.
TCB, baby.
Hey, thank you.
Thank
That
you
was
very
good,
much.
Philly Kid. I thought that came out pretty good.
Yeah, I did too. It's a long one, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely longer than most. Oh man! So I figured out what happened with Tabitha. When in our correspondence back and forth, I wrote down Wednesday 1:13. So tomorrow's 1:13. Today's 1:12. But I put Wednesday 1:13. So in I thought she was coming on today. So, but they thought 1:13, which is tomorrow, Thursday, if I'm correct. So yeah, tomorrow's the 13th. So we'll have her on tomorrow. But the problem is she had like backup singers with her that were all ready to go tomorrow. So she couldn't just jump on and do it with us.
Well, that happens. But, the good thing is that, the Suki and Scott show, has such a strong union that they're not going to be able to fire you from the show for that.
That's true. That's true. I can't get fired.
So-
It was an honest mistake, and I'll go into human resources. They'll let me know, and yeah, I might get suspended for a day or two, but it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah.
But other than that, Philly Kid, everybody feeling a little better in the household?
Yeah. The wife's actually she's feeling way better, and she actually went to do a little shopping, and she's doing some cooking for making some soup for other members of the family who are still down. So yeah, she's doing good. Thank goodness.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, listen, my friend, Taylor Dayne, Tabitha Fair, everybody logs in just to see you sing. So let's get it going. Let's get it on, baby. It's been a while. I feel like we haven't been on in a while. Were we on last week? We were, right? Kenny Aronoff, the drummer. Right? I feel like the time just seems so far away. But.
Yeah, it just things happen, and people get sick and they get well, so it just feels like a lot of time has passed.
Really, God, the days are long. Days are long. Mary Lee says her 8-month great granddaughter held the phone and danced with the song we were just singing. So, see that?
Nice.
We affected one life today, Philly Kid. One, and we're doing a good job.
For the better. That's why we do this show.
That's it.
That's why we do this show.
That's it. Listen, before you sing, we've got some more big things cooking for the start of 2022. Bigger TV outlets. I'm smelling something big for this show very soon, Philly Kid. I'm smelling it. We're on the verge of something. We've been putting in the work and the entertainment, and we're on the verge, my friend. We're on the verge of something good.
Yeah, of course, and it's just a testament to the hard work that Scott, you put in every single day for this show. You've made it what it is. You started in your basement, a little over a year ago.
Still in my basement, still here.
And you brought the show from nothing to a worldwide phenomenon.
Conglomerate, Philly Kid, a conglomerate. This show is.
Yeah.
We are this is the Tonight Show of digital streaming, even though we're on in the daytime.
Yeah.
What do you want to sing, my man? What do you want to sing?
Well, that makes me want to sing a little Freddie Fender.
Freddie Fender. Light it up.
If he brings you happiness, then I wish you all the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops, they ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Si te quiere de verdad y te da felicidad, te deseo lo más bueno para los dos. Pero si te hace llorar, a mí me puedes hablar y estaré contigo cuando triste estás. I'll be there anytime you need me by your side to drive away every teardrop, oh baby, you have ever cried. And if he ever leaves you blue, just remember I love you, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Boom.
Okay, nicely done. Nicely done, baby.
Thank you.
I liked you sent me a good rendition of Blueberry Hill the other day.
Yeah.
Phil just sends me songs, ladies and gentlemen, for my own personal enjoyment, if you're wondering, every once in a while.
You got to keep the boss happy.
If I'm feeling down and out, he'll send me a song just to cheer me up, a solo with musical accompaniment.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. Why don't I sing that one?
Ah, Little Blueberry Hill.
Yes.
I think we may have asked this trivia question before, but what sitcom and what sitcom character, whenever he was happy about something, he would sing, "I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill."
I believe that would be Richie Cunningham on Happy Days.
Nicely done, my friend. Speaking of which, Philly Kid, speaking of which, guess who is coming on this fine program on January 26th? January 26th. You'll never guess, so don't even try, because I haven't even posted it yet. I just finalized it yesterday.
Let me see. We just sang Blueberry Hill, so is it Rich? Oh. I'm just gonna say
Fats Domino.
I'm just gonna say show characters. Is it Richie Cunningham?
It's not. It's
Howard.
Not
Ronnie Howard.
No, and it's not. I say speaking of Happy Days just because I meant that genre of show.
Oh, okay.
So if you remember, when we were much younger in the 70s, and the show Gilligan's Island would come on, and the show Happy Days would come on, you would always see produced and written by Sherwood Schwartz. Remember that name? Sherwood Schwartz would always come up. His son Lloyd Schwartz was his partner at the time, and Lloyd was a producer and writer for shows like Happy Days, Gilligan's Island, and what was the other one I just said? The Brady Bunch.
Right.
Lloyd Schwartz has a new play that he just wrote that starts in LA next month, and he is coming on the show at the end of January. I said, this is the perfect spot for him to be on, because we got questions about, I got questions about Gilligan's Island, Phil. I got questions about Ginger and Mary Ann that I need answered from my youth. So Lloyd Schwartz is coming on, Sherwood's son / partner back in the day. And I can't wait to get him on the show, because we are going to have a field day with him.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, Curtis Stigers is coming on, the singer. He's coming on later this month, and we got a lot of good folks lined up. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, man, that's the Suki and Scott show. People from around, celebrities from around the world, just want to be on the Suki and Scott show.
That's it. I get it.
Awesome.
I get it now. I really
totally
do.
Understandable. Yeah. I want to be on the Suki and Scott show.
You're on. You're in. You're in, bro. You don't even have to ask. You doing a little Blueberry Hill?
Yeah, let's do a little Blueberry Hill. How about
unless you wanted to do something else? Oh, by the way, I think I told you. Do you remember Brandon Davis was on the show?
Yeah, that guy is killing it, man.
He's on tour with Tim McGraw.
Yeah, yeah.
I gave my wife tickets for Tim McGraw for her birthday for May. I think it's May. We're going to see Tim McGraw, and Brandon Davis is one of the opening acts. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. He made an announcement on his social media pages, and man, oh man, I saw that. I was like, yes.
Yeah, dude, yes. I gotta work him for some backstage meet and greet with Tim. What do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's I think that's something that happens with guests that come on the Suki and Scott show. People are not that people are they're just starting out, and they come on the Suki and Scott show, and for some reason it's a good luck charm coming on the show. And look what happened to Brandon.
It's a feel-good story, and then you introduce Scotty's wife to her Tim McGraw, and bingo, I'm a hero both ways.
Yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good story there, man.
I'm a hero both sides. So funny. Blueberry Hill, baby, coming at you now.
I found my thrill On Blueberry Hill, on Blueberry Hill, when I found you, the moon stood still on Blueberry Hill. It lingered until my dreams came true. The wind in the willow played love's sweet melody. But all of those vows you made were never to be. Though we're apart, oh, you're part of me still. For you were my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Yeah.
Nice. Philly, I think as impossible as it's, I think you've gotten better over the last week that you haven't been on. Saved your vocal cords a little bit.
But they say that a singing voice in a lot of cases it's kind of like a fine wine. It gets finer with age.
Better with age.
And if it gets better with age, then I'm probably like fantastic by now because I'm really old.
Oh man. You want to do one more before we go? And then listen, I may make it like a thing where we end every show with your video. Freedom called.
Nice. Let's do it.
I think we end every show with your video.
That sounds good with me, man.
What do you want to do? How do you want to end it?
How about a little James Taylor and how sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms, and there you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion, I want to stop and thank you, baby. I just want to stop and thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you, baby. Yeah. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was just a bore. Everywhere I went, it seems I'd been there before. But you brighten up for me all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I want to stop and thank you, baby. I just want to stop and thank you, baby. Yeah. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Nice, baby. Nice. Philly, what do you like better? You like coming on and singing at the end for the last OT part, or you like co-hosting?
I like it all, man. You know me. I told you many times before. I'm a team player, and I want to come on and do what's best for the show. And
all right.
So it just depends. I think I've had people message me and say that they love it when I come on and sing several songs because when I co-host, I really enjoy that, but I don't get to sing as much. So
because by the end of the show, you're kind of shot, right? You don't really feel like singing by the time you're done.
Right. So
it's exhausting, Phil. It's exhausting being on this program. They don't realize.
No, but I like both.
Beautiful. All right. Well, listen, we're back tomorrow. Now we have a jam-packed show with Sheila E., Felix Cavalieri, the Rascals. They were grooving on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Let me see what time Felix is on. Let me see what time. Because maybe oh yeah, I think he's around 1. You know what you should do, Philly Kid? Maybe can you do? You want to do a Rascals tune with music?
Yeah,
and I'll play it for him, little like a minute's worth.
Yeah, and they're on tomorrow, right?
He's on tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's just him.
Yeah.
Felix Cavalieri, the guy who was the lead singer of the Rascals, the start of the Rascals. I know he's got a show he does. It's called Felix Cavalieri's Rascals. I don't know if it's the same guys in the band. We'll ask him. But yeah, that would be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of good Rascal songs I can do. So yeah, I'll do one. Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today. Another great show. More coming up tomorrow. So much more coming up this month. This will be rebroadcast again tonight, sometime tonight. And we leave you, as we will continue to do until it hits the TV screens, until it's on MTV or CNN or anybody who'll air it. Philly's video, Freedom Called. Here it is. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. If you have seen it, you can watch it 100 more times. Philly Kid, we love you, pal. See you tomorrow, my man.
See y'all later.
Thank you, soldier, for your noble sacrifice. Never forgotten how you paid the price. Our freedom is a strong one, paid with sweat and blood, tears and dirt. On the field it turns to mud. Freedom called, freedom called, and the chosen ones were ready. Freedom called, freedom called, and the chosen ones came running. Thank you, mothers, for sending us your best. We hear your cries and feel the heartbeat in your chest. Freedom called, freedom called, and the chosen ones were ready. Freedom called, yeah, freedom called, and the chosen ones came running. Thank you, soldier, for your noble sacrifice.